I'm Martha Burtis. I direct the Digital Knowledge Center at the University of Mary Washington, and I teach different classes in digital studies here at Mary Washington. I think in the best case, students in digital studies are learning, they're learning a kind of praxis, a juncture where the kind of philosophies and the thinking around digital communication and digital technologies is meeting with the practice of creating and knowing and sharing in digital spaces and with digital media. And I think that praxis is just really powerful because sometimes you see programs or people who come out of programs where they're really great at making stuff, or you see people who are really great about thinking about stuff. But what I really love to see is when we have students who can hold those two things in their heads at the same time, and make while also thinking critically, or think critically through making and building and creating.
Hello, my name is Felakech Getachew. I am a senior here at University of Mary Washington, and I am a communications and digital studies major. What I like most about it is how the teachers actually run the digital studies courses. So far, I've taken like a lot of these classes with different professors, so I was able to see how they run their classes, and like it's very similar. They're very engaging with their students. Most of the projects that we have done, they're more willing to like work with you outside of class. There are so many classes that they offer that you can literally get into anything, like digital marketing, digital journal, digital workshop. It's just like, there's so many things. Digital coding, that was awesome. I know for a fact that this is like the way that digital studies department is ran is not like how other majors are ran, like the business majors, the IT majors, all of that is completely different. But like this is like the way all the professors are willing to give you time to like explore and make mistakes and then fix them. So all of that is like pretty much worth it. So that's what I like about the digital studies department.
My name is Christopher Ringham. I am a computer science major and digital studies minor. You know, digital studies is made up of people from all sorts of creative backgrounds, like music and, computer science, content creation, stuff like that. So surrounded by creative peers like that, you get to see a lot of cool and creative work. I think that inspires me in my own work, so that's what I like about it. I learned more about communication in digital studies than I did in any English or communications class here. I think that's because of the wide array of mediums that we have to communicate through. Web, video, text, and verbal communication. I would say my favorite part of the digital studies department are the people and the culture.
It's like the skills that we learn in the class are fundamental to our like future. I'm learning about mass media. I'm learning about a little bit of politics, and some of the digital studies classes, the things we talk about are related to politics. We're getting involved in learning. We're having conversations, and that's what needs to happen, because we're having conversations on like about technology, whether is it or is it not important to learn how to code from a young age. All of these conversations that we're having are with the whole digital studies field, and every student is listening and participating in this, and it's allowing us to be creative. It's allowing us to create our own websites so we can showcase our own individualities. This major is pretty much just like very necessary, and I think that everybody should pretty much minor in digital studies, at least to get a little bit of creativity.
It's not a program that is just rooted in a traditional approach. It's a program that tries to come at the role of digital in our culture and our lives from lots of different angles, and asks students to consider the work from lots of different angles. I absolutely love working with students in the digital studies minor and the common digital studies major. They're really varied. They come to the minor or the major for lots of different reasons. I love the minor, for example, because you have students whose major could be they have majors in all different disciplines, and then they have this digital studies minor that just kind of inflects that major in interesting ways. So what they bring to the table is their experience and ethos coming out of that major discipline, and that could be very different from the person or people sitting on either side of them. And that's just a really rich, generative kind of community to have in a classroom. And then in the Common Digital Studies major, you have students everywhere from students who really are interested in communication from a more traditional perspective, but who are being introduced to the way in which digital is actually is impacting mass communication and interpersonal communication globally, right? Like in just such profound ways, to students who just are incredibly invested and interested in the role of digital technology and digital media and digital networks in their lives and in the larger world. And there's just kind of this really neat fabric a fabric of students that I experience in those classes. So absolutely my favorite thing about what we have here at Mary Washington is our students.